Hi guys, welcome to my channel today. How are you guys doing? So guess who took the COVID-19 vaccination? Yep, I actually took my vaccine this week and it was like a seamless experience and I was happy about the way I reacted to the vaccination, and I have decided to come and share my experience with you guys. So if you haven't clicked on the subscribe button, let's sort that out now before we jump into this video. So I'm pleading, is it possible for you to support me by clicking on the subscribe button? I mean, just do it so that I can grow to the level where I have to. I can't grow without you, so just help me click on the subscribe button and also click on the notification button, then watch the video whenever I post. It takes a lot of work to create content, and okay, so for those of you who know me, who are around me, already knew how I have been fighting against this vaccination, how I said I wasn't going to take it at all. I mean, I didn't want to take it because I felt I was okay, nothing was wrong with me. If I didn't fall ill or if I didn't contact the disease or the virus while it was still heavy in 2020, then nothing's going to happen to me, So I said I wasn't going to take it because I felt I was very healthy. So everyone around me were taking and I was insisting, and one of the reasons why I actually insisted that I wasn't going to take it then was because of medical reasons. I wasn't sure of how I was going to react to it, knowing that my immunity was low at some point, and I was trying to eat right to boost my immunity, so I wasn't sure how I was going to react to it. And then there are a lot of stories out there how people have reacted to it differently. So these are all the things that were playing in my head. So I said I wasn't going to take it at all, but I recently changed my mind about taking it when I got an information from a source I respect so much. So this is a medical source, and I respect his medical judgment so much because he's a medical doctor and an advanced medical doctor. So he approved that we can take it, and I decided to go ahead because this is coming from a very clean source. So that was why I took it. Yeah, so now different people react to this vaccination differently, and in all honesty, if you ask me, I would say it has to do with your health condition. So if you're not 100% healthy, I don't know, this information I'm giving is not verified, I'm just assuming. So if you're not 100% healthy, chances that you may react to it differently from a person that is 100% healthy. Well, this is the only logical explanation I can come up with. I don't know, but I just know that different people react to it differently, and I am so impressed the way I reacted to it when I took it this week. So we already know the symptoms, like you must have symptoms when you take it. We already know that there's the heavy hand, painful hand experience people go through whenever they take that, and then some people have feverish feelings when they take it. Some people have the dizziness feelings when they take it. So it comes in different forms. I also have someone who is very close to me who was actually bleeding from the nose like a few hours after she took it, and then it actually stopped. So different bodies react to it differently, but I, honestly, didn't react to it. I know I would have had the heavy hand stuff, but I decided to intentionally attack the pain, and I was happy with the results I got. So the first thing I did before I took it was to eat. I make sure I had food in my system, as in heavy food in my system, because nobody will tell you to eat, in all honesty, before you go and take it because it's vaccination. But the reason why I think eating makes a lot of sense is because if you're taking any injection, they always advise you to eat because of how strong it is and all. So that was the first thing I did, and I guess that helped, and helped me to not feel any type of way when I took the vaccination. So first thing you need to do is eat before you take the vaccination. The second thing I think you need to know before you take the vaccination is the fact that the injection is a painful injection. You will not feel the pain immediately, but you will definitely feel the pain afterwards. For some people, maybe 5 hours, 6 hours, 12 hours after they take it, they start feeling the pain. But some people immediately, I started feeling the pain immediately, because I would say that I understand my body, or I would say that I pay attention to my body. So when I took mine, it wasn't painful, but I think, like, you know how they give injection, you can feel the pain, so I felt the pain, like the place where they pricked and injected the vaccine. I felt it and I thought it was going to stop. It wasn't stopping. And after I did it, the next thing I did was to take paracetamol, and it calmed that part, like the point where I was injected. It calmed it down, and life continued. I wasn't sure how I was going to feel, but I was so ready to attack it with paracetamol, because I just considered it like menstrual pain, and I just know how I take my medication so that I do not break down. So whenever I'm doing my menstrual cycle, whenever I'm seeing my period, I make sure I take my paracetamol every 5 or 6 hours. That's how long it lasts in my system. If I don't take it, I will crash. Like, the pain will just crash me. I will be in pain. So I already understood that part of my body. So I said, okay, I'm going to treat this pain like that. So I took the first one. When I started feeling more pains, maybe like 4 or 5 hours later, I also took another one. So also the day I took like 3, you're supposed to take 2, right? So I took like paracetamol 3 times, and each time I took it, it has a way of calming it down. So after the first one, what I did was, if I experienced that I'm feeling the pain more, I would take it. If I take it, it subsides. Hours later, if I start feeling the pain, I will take another one. So that was what I was doing till I closed from work and I got home. So immediately I got home, I started feeling the pain somehow. And okay, just to clarify, for my period I do like 5 hours, 6 hours paracetamol, but for this one I wasn't even following the timing. I was just following how I felt. So if I feel like the pain has spread to, say this was the point where it was given, so if it has spread to this point, I can feel it more than where I was giving the injection, I will just take it. So I was constantly paying attention to my body. So that was what I did. I had to take it 3 times before I got home that day. So immediately I got home, I could feel it more. I boiled hot water and I used my towel, a piece of cloth, to just press it. You know how you have muscle injury and you're pressing, so I used hot water. I'm sure if you use ice pack, it should work. So I used hot water for like 5-10 minutes, and at that point, before I used the hot water, I knew that paracetamol wasn't going to sort this exact level of pain I was feeling, because driving all the way to the house took some time. So the pain sort of increased after the last paracetamol I have taken has, in quotes, expired, like it has finished doing its work. So I noticed that the pain actually increased, but it wasn't more than this point. It was just somewhere around here. So I decided to use the hot water therapy. After using it, when I was ready to go to bed, I used aboniki, which is very, very strong and very common in this part of the world. So I use aboniki. This is what aboniki looks like. I hope you guys can see. Okay, so this is aboniki balm, really, really strong. So I just used it to massage. I kept massaging it while I was doing other things. Maybe, I don't know, I can't remember what I was doing then, but I rubbed it on that point and I just kept rubbing it. So while I was massaging, the next thing I would do was to ensure that I do some exercise. Most times I try to lift my hands and just move it to the direction. I think moving into this direction was the part where I felt the pain more. So for me, the pain was like, you know how you go to the gym and you feel muscle cramp on the muscle. So that was how it was for me. So, and it wasn't so much, it didn't spread, it was just around the circle. So I ensure that I move my hand to ensure I do not have any stiffness or heaviness. The hand wasn't heavy, it was just that pain as though I went to the gym. So I kept moving my hand. I would massage and I would push my hand, like move my hand like this in this direction or in this form, and then I massaged till I got tired and then I slept off. So by the time I woke up in the morning, I felt less stress on the hand. I felt freer, because that night it felt like something was gripping me here, and by the next day that grip was gone, but the muscle was still a bit stressed and my hand wasn't heavy. All this part of my hand didn't even feel like anything happened. I was normal. I wasn't sure I was going to go to work the next day, but I went to work. I did my normal work and nothing was wrong. Nothing was wrong with the hand. It was just that pain, and it wasn't as intense as it was the night before. That's the second or the first night. It wasn't as intense as it was the first night. So the next thing I did, I didn't take any paracetamol on the second day. I felt normal. I was even bragging in the office like, hey, I found the solution to this stuff. And also the next thing I did, when I got back the second night, I also used aboniki to subside whatever pain that was there. I didn't want any surprises, so I used aboniki again. And by the time I woke up, there was no pain, like everything was gone. I mean, gone. So I didn't experience fever, I didn't experience anything. There was no reaction. It was just that pain. Like I went to the gym, the muscle was a bit stressed, and that was it. And the pain didn't even exceed this point, I tell you. So nobody around me has tried the aboniki, because I was one of the last set of people who decided to go and take the vaccination. So everybody around me had taken. The few people who also took were taking their second dose. I was just taking my first dose. So I have tried it with my first dose and it worked. I've also shared this experience with people around me in case they have friends or family members who want to take this vaccination and are worried about the heavy hands and the symptoms. I, in all honesty, have recommended this to them, and I'm also recommending this to anybody out there who is yet to take. So if you're convinced and you think you want to take the COVID vaccine, you can, and you're worried about the reactions. Well, I don't know about the fever, I don't know about the bleeding, I don't know about, you know, other reactions, but when it comes to heavy hands, I think your massages, the exercises, and the aboniki balm will help you. And make sure you attack it first before it increases, you know, because if the pain had filled my hand, it would be much harder to take it away. So these are the things I did, and I am completely fine. It was like nothing happened. This is day 3. I woke up today and the pain is not there. It's like I didn't do anything at all. So try and consider these methods that I have shared, and let me know in the comment section if it actually works for you, so we can promote this and, you know, help people heal faster. So thank you guys so much for always watching. Please subscribe to this channel if you haven't done that yet. I'll see you guys in my next video. Hopefully I'll share my second dose experience with us to see if it actually worked. So see you guys. Bye.